Welcome in. How is everything? I hope everyone had a fabulous weekend. How are you today? Come on in. Come on in. I welcome you in. I welcome you in with loving arms. Welcome in. Kingdom, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. How is everyone doing today? Welcome in. How are you? How are you today? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. How is everyone? I better put the air on. It's a little warm in here today. How are you? Welcome in. Kingdom, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you today? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, let's see here. Someone's saying hi. I love it. And I think I'm going to put my air on. It is a little bit on the warm side today. And then, of course, I put on a sweater. But I'm always cold. I'm always cold. Let's see. Hi, Jonna. How are you today? Hi. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? How are you today, love? How are you? Let's see. Hey, thank ya. How are you today, too? Thank you says, hi, I'm finally on time. LOL. You know what? You're never late. You're never late. Just know that. You're never late. I had to realize that. Everything is always in divine time and divine purpose. And yeah. So, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? Hi, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. How are you today? Hey, Brandy. Hey, Half Moon. How are you today? Welcome in, welcome in. Jonna says, I'm doing okay. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired, but I'm doing pretty good. And then today we're going to talk about, I decided this weekend I had quite a few coaching sessions, and this topic came up in the session. So I said, maybe it's a good day to talk about it. But guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put the air on. I am getting a little hot, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, Half Moon says I'm good. Good, good, good. That is awesome. So, how was everybody's weekend? First of all, how was the weekend? How did everything go? Yeah. How are you guys? And as you guys come in, if you would hit the like button, that would be so awesome. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And today I decided, you know what? Let's talk about that dating after experiencing a narcissist, because I think that if we put things in place and we implement certain beliefs, certain behaviors, that we do things differently, that we hold ourselves accountable to, that we don't repeat the same cycle. Because I know that is so easy to do. It's easier to repeat the same cycle, even though it's with someone new. It's easy to repeat that same cycle because it's what you're familiar with, it's what you're accustomed to, and you don't really have to go outside of your realm. It's harder to put things in place and hold on to your beliefs and hold on to your conviction that you are going to make a different decision or different decisions moving forward. And that, what does that look like? And it looks the same, but it looks different for everybody, because everybody has to figure out for themselves what's important to me. What's important to me moving forward? What type of, and we've been talking about kingdom spouses the last week or so. So what does my kingdom spouse look like for me moving forward? And everybody has to decide what that looks like. Half Moon says it's been a year since she was with me, about 6 months since her last Hoover. I still feel vulnerable, but I'm glowing up and getting more attention when I go out. Yeah. Hey, Ebony, how are you today, love? Welcome in. Yeah, so thank you guys. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy day to stop in and to share this time with us. So I appreciate you. You guys are so awesome. So thank you. And then, so I really think that, and if this is something that you are wanting, if you're wanting a kingdom spouse, if you decide in your life, you know what, I never want to be married or be remarried, then these things still apply. It just means that you just don't want to go to that next level. But the techniques are all going to be all the same. So I think first and foremost, I think that as you move forward, and you gotta put everything that this person has done in the past. You have to let it go. You absolutely have to let it go. And then you want to remember that you don't want to you don't want to, you can, if you feel comfortable with talking about small little things, that's okay. But you don't want to turn the new person off, talking about the old person to the point where it's nauseating and you turn off or you push away this person who wants to love you. Does that make sense? So I think that it's really important that as we move forward, we heal, we heal, we heal. We have to work on ourselves. That's part of this journey, is that we work on ourselves. If we're not working on ourselves and we're not really going within and we're not taking out all of those behaviors that added to that toxic relationship, because we all have things that we need to work on. I've told you guys this 1,000,001 times. This is my vice. Absolutely. And I know that. So I have to realize that my mouth is a sword, and that if I don't change my mouth and the things that come out of it, I will destroy my mate. I will sabotage that relationship. If I don't make some changes, I will sabotage that new relationship by talking about that old relationship in a disgusting way. where the person looks at me and I'm just using myself as the example, where this person looks at me and says, well, maybe you're the negative one because you're the one that's saying all these nasty negative things. So we have to be really, really, really mindful on what we say, how we say it, and how much of it we say to the new person. Does that make sense? So once we get through the healing and you meet someone, you're going to, of course, use your discernment, your discernment, your discernment, your discernment. Because you don't want that this person is a narcissist. You're ignoring the red flags. This person is giving you and saying all the sweet nothings, showering you with attention, showering you with love, showering you with items or gifts or money, whatever that looks like for that person. And then you wrap yourself back up into another toxic relationship. So we're not ignoring the red flags. We're seeing the red flags and we're saying, we maybe have to step back, use our discernment and say, is this something that I'm comfortable with? Is this red flag or these 2 or 3 red flags, is this something that I can deal with? And these red flags have the potential to become worse or go back into that same cycle? I hope that I'm making sense. So that let's get that, cleared out the box. Those are the things that we're going to be working on. And then let's see here. Sorry, guys. My laptop is so stubborn. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, Half Moon says, yeah. Half Moon says, I don't drink, so I don't go to clubs. I only go to the grocery store, Home Depot, and Starbucks. I did go to a Great White concert near the end of December. Yeah. And so, Half Moon mentioned the drinking. But if whatever vice, which is the self-work, whatever vice that whoever has, if drinking is an issue, then that's something that we got to work on. We got to work on it. If smoking, whatever you feel is your vice, whatever you feel is your issue, everybody has to know themselves and everybody has to know what their issue is. Are you, do you fall in love too quickly? Do you have a fantasy? Are you kind of in a fog and a fantasy when you first meet someone? These are things you have to figure out for yourself. Is this who I am? And if it is, then let's figure out how to make some readjustments, how to make some changes so that you do the work, and that you not repeat who you are, because you have to make some changes. If not, you're going to find yourself back in the same boat and you're going to be doing the same thing. And then it's just this repeated cycle and you're doing the same thing over and over and over. And that's not what we are gearing towards. That's not what we want. We don't want the same kind of relationship again. We want a healthy, happy relationship. But if we're not working on ourselves, we're not working on our vices, if we're not connecting and growing with God and having God peel off all of those things that we need to fix within ourselves, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. It's just going to be that vicious cycle. Hey, Vanessa, how are you today? Vanessa says 13 days, no contact with the baby daddy. I'm so proud of you. That is amazing. That is so awesome. Half Moon is saying hi to everybody. Jana is saying, I'm terrified to open up again after 19 years of marriage. Yes, 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 yes. I understand completely. I completely understand. It's scary. It's scary to have to start over. It's scary to have to go back out there. It's scary to open yourself back up, then to be let down again. But that discernment is going to help, that you can see this person, and you're going to pray, and you're going to say, God, whoever you have for me, my kingdom spouse, if that's something that you're wanting. If you're not wanting a kingdom spouse, then you're just going to say, my mate, that you have for me. That ask God to, whoever is coming in disguise, that that God removes that person quickly, or that you see it immediately and you not entertain it. You not get into that false hope. You wash it away. You get rid of it. You cut it quickly. Y'all know I'm the block queen. I am the block queen. As soon as I hear something disgusting or something that's inappropriate, if you and I are not on that level of talking about a particular thing, why do you feel that it's your responsibility to bring it up? With the conversation, they just take the conversation left out of the blue, cut them off. What are you losing out of doing that? Not a thing. Not a thing. What you're gaining is you're not entertaining another fool. Because that discernment is telling you, okay, no, that's not what we're doing. We're working on keeping ourselves whole. We're working on keeping our minds strong, keeping our good energy. If that's something that you want, and you want to entertain that and have someone just use and abuse you for whatever it is that they want, using your body, using your mind, using your money, whatever that is, if that's something that you want to do, then that's a decision that you have to decide. But if you are making adjustments and you're making changes and you're deciding that moving forward, I want a happy, healthy relationship, then we got to cut some things off that don't belong. We got to make some changes. We got to do some cutting and some shedding within ourselves. And we have to ask for God's discernment to show us all of the above. All of the above. Let's see. So yeah, it is scary. It is absolutely scary. It is. It absolutely is. But just take one day at a time. One day at a time. And here's the key. Don't expect anything in the beginning. Don't expect anything. If you're not expecting anything, and that's not your kingdom spouse, you're not losing anything. So just enjoy yourself. Be safe. Absolutely be safe. And that discernment, I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over. Your discernment is going to guide you. Your discernment is going to lead you. Your discernment is going to make you pull back. All of those things, and then some. And your discernment is going to show you. Your discernment is going to show you who is for you and who is not for you. But I completely understand. It is very, very scary. Vanessa says, I'm finding it's easy going, no contact with baby daddy because I'm not wasting my energy on that fool. Exactly. Exactly. And it does. It gets so much easier, especially when you realize that you have your peace, that you have your good energy, and they're not robbing it and stealing it. It feels great. It feels amazing knowing that you don't have this person, excuse me, you don't have this person draining you, getting you all emotional, getting you all excited and frustrated. Yeah, we're just in a different space. Your mind and your energy becomes different. You look at it different. It feels different, and it feels good to know that, hey, I did it. I have the power. I made a decision that I'm going to cut this person off. This person is not going to have any contact with me, and I'm the one that made that decision, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to say, hey, this is how it's going to go. And the way it's going to go is I'm cutting you off without telling them. We don't have to tell them that we're cutting them off. We don't have to waste our valuable time to tell anyone that we're cutting them off. We just cut them off. We just cut them off and move forward, and that's it. Jonna says, I've tried to check all boxes but don't know what happened. Explain a little bit, Jonna? What do you mean? You said you checked all the boxes, but don't know what happened. Which boxes did you check? And explain a little bit what you mean. Are you saying that you met someone and you tried to check all the boxes and it didn't work out? And if that's what you mean, then that was God's blessing and that wasn't the one. And don't waste your energy, don't waste your valuable time on them. Just continue to love you, continue to love God, and continue to work on yourself. And don't worry about it, because if that didn't work out, then they weren't the one. That's how we have to look at it. That's what we have to process in our minds. Obviously, if we're not with them and we're not in a healthy relationship with them, obviously they were not the one. They're not our kingdom spouse. They're not. They're absolutely not. Half Moon says, I have 35 years sober, no drugs. I don't smoke. I'm 67 years old. Most women are not going to want me. One who was invited me to meet her at a bar where her and her friends hang out. She's a no. Well, I'm proud of you, Half Moon. I'm proud of you, of your sobriety, 35 years. That is amazing. So that is so, so awesome. No drugs, no smoking. That is awesome. You're 67. That is another plus. A lot of people don't make it to that age. So that is awesome. You're doing well. You're obviously doing something right. And then this statement says most women are not going to want me. Well, you don't want to worry about most women. Your concern is, and if this is something that you want, your concern is your kingdom spouse. That's all your concern is, your kingdom spouse. The Mary and Sue and Dolly and whoever else that just wants to hang out and do things that you don't want to do, then they're not the one. They're not it. They're not it. They're not the one. And if you see that and your discernment shows you that, hey, this person wants to, for me to meet her at a bar with her friends and not have that intimate connection, then you said it. She's a no. She's not it. She's obviously not it. Um, but don't look at it that way. The way I'm reading it, it's like you're 67, and you feel like most women wouldn't want. There are a lot of people in their 50s and their 60s and their 70s who are single, who are great people, and who would love to have someone who is sober 35 years, doesn't do drugs, doesn't smoke, has his own home, is great at making things, has a great mind. There are a lot of women who would love to have someone like that. So don't look at it that way. Don't put yourself in that negative box. Don't do that to yourself. Okay? Half Moon says, another one was chasing me, was only 22. What would I want? What would she want with this old man? Half Moon. You are too much. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Well, your discernment kicked in, so you know the answer. You know the answer, so yeah. Oh my goodness, you're too much. Vanessa says, I think it's important from my experience to be healed from the narc abuse because I found it hard when I first entered my current relationship. Yeah. Yeah, so that downtime when we don't have someone, that's when we should be connecting and working and just allowing God to work on us and that we work on ourselves. Love yourself. Love yourself from the Rudy to the Tootie, from the top to the bottom and all around. Love yourself. Learn to love yourself. Do things that make you happy. Do things that make you smile. Do things that make you laugh. Self-love. Yes, somebody just, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Dawn said self-love. So loving of God, yes. But that goes without saying, but I'll say it if there's anyone new here. That goes without saying. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love on yourself. Get in the tub, get a bubble bath, put some candles out, put some music on, pour a glass of wine, enjoy you, put your music on, your good feel music that makes you happy, that makes you smile, that makes you dance, that makes you sing. Maybe you can't dance and maybe you can't sing, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is it makes you feel good. That's what, go for long walks, do things, go to the gym, work out, make healthy foods, whatever it is that you like to do. Make desserts if that's what you like to do. Just do things that make you happy, things that make you feel good. Do your nails. Go get your nails done. Go get your hair done. Get your toes done. Do it. If you don't have the money, then do it yourself. There is no excuse. There's no excuse for loving on you. There's no excuse for not taking care of you. There's no excuse. There's no excuse, because if you can't take care of yourself and you can't love yourself, how on God's earth do you think that somebody else is going to come in and take care of you and love you when they see a mile away that you don't love yourself and you ain't taking care of yourself? It starts home. It starts here. That's where it starts. Half Moon said, okay, sorry. Half Moon says, I will wait for either a red flag or any disrespect. Yep, and then you're using your discernment. You're using your discernment. Hey, Mia. How are you? Mia says, hello, Treasure Kingdoms. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Mia says, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, Vanessa says, hey, Mia. Jonna says, I'm trying to be a good husband and father to her and our children. Okay, so what usually happens, Jonna, is if you're trying your best to be a good husband and a good father to your kids, and she's just not seeing it, if she is a narcissist, um, Jezebel spirit, however you want to label it, and you're trying to do, okay, I think that you're connecting the last comment, and that you're trying everything that you can and it's just still not working. I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody. You're going to go to God in prayer. You're going to go to God in prayer. And if your happiness and your children's happiness means that that's something that you may have to let go, then just ask God to show you. But, you know, sometimes having a conversation, sitting down and saying, hey, let's start over, right? Tell her, let's start over. Let's clean the slate. What is it? Put it on her. What is it that you need from me? What is it that you need from me in this relationship moving forward? Forget about what happened last week. Forget about what happened last year. Forget about what happened 2-3 years ago. Ask her, what is it that you need from me moving forward in order for this relationship to be happy, healthy, and whole? If she gives you a solid answer, something that makes sense, something that you can do and that you can implement, I say, do it and work on it. If the conversation gets turned around about everything wrong that you have ever done in her mind, in the relationship, she's giving you your answer. She's giving you your answer. And then that's when you go to God and you ask God, God, each step of the way, show me what is it that I need to do. And God is going to direct you and God is going to lead you. And you want to fast and you want to pray. You want to fast and you want to pray. Because when you fast and you pray, the enemy will be revealed even more so. And I'm going to repeat that. When you fast and you pray, the enemy will be revealed even more so. And I saw a video that I did several months ago, and my advice was stay silent. Don't say a lot. Listen and pay attention. Sometimes we say too much. Sometimes we have to watch, stay quiet, and observe. And keep this closed. And keep these and these wide open. And in that process, and in the meantime, you are using your discernment. As you watch, you're still being your loving, kind self, but you're observing and you're not doing a lot of talking. The video I saw, I found that I had done, I even forgot about this video, The message was, you want to know, you want God to lead you, you want to answer for something, stop talking. Stay quiet. Stay quiet. Say nothing. And when you stay quiet, you say absolutely nothing, and you allow God to come in, God is going to show you everything, but you got to stop talking. Stop preaching. Stop saying too much. Stop asking for them to change, and stay quiet and observe and listen. So yeah, I hope that that helps. Let's see. Mia says, hey, Vanessa, how are you today? I'm doing good. Awesome. Hey, Dawn. Welcome in, love. Dawn says, hello, everyone. I decided to just heal the healing process moving forward. No thanks, dating. I'm really not feeling good for it. Yeah. You know, when you are in that space, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing, because if you ignore that, right, to just be in your healing journey, and then you go into something, that's when it turns wrong, goes left, or we self-sabotage. We sabotage it. So if that's the space that you are in, that is an awesome, awesome thing, because you're working on yourself. You're building with God, you're growing with God, and you're working on yourself. And then once that period is over and you feel healthy and you feel whole, and your kingdom spouse walks into your life, and it's not a lot of fighting. It's not hard. It's not difficult. And the red flags are not going sense. And you'll realize why you went through what you went through. You'll realize, hey, as I worked on my healing journey, I did the work. I did the work. So now that when that moment comes, if that's something that you decide, it's easy. It's easy like Sunday morning, like Lionel Richie says, it's easy. It's not hard. And it's not a lot of work. And it's not a lot of emotions. Negative emotions. Not a lot of negative emotions. Okay? So, yeah, I understand. Vanessa says, I'm okay. Thank you, Mia. I hope you're okay. Yeah. Vanessa says, hey, Dawn. Everybody's saying hi. Mia says, oh, sorry, this thing just jumped and I lost my spot. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. Okay, Mia says, Vanessa, you are so welcome. I'm happy to hear that you're doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing a lot better today, second by second, and I'm keeping focused. That's right. Absolutely, Mia. Absolutely. Dawn says exactly. Half Moon says, I don't date either. Meet me for coffee or ice cream. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Yep. Keep it simple. Very, very simple. Dawn says self-love is best. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Because when we love ourselves, someone else will love us. We don't love ourselves. It's no way in the world somebody else is going to love us. And it's not going to be a healthy love. It's not going to be a healthy love. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It has to be, in order for it to be healthy, we have to first love ourselves. No matter what we look like, no matter what we sound like, no matter what body size we are, no matter what, we have to love ourselves. We have to love ourselves. You got to look in the mirror and say, you're gorgeous. Like Mary J. Blige said, you're gorgeous. You're handsome. And let yourself know you the one. You the one. You it. You are it. You are it. Yes, absolutely. Dawn says, thank you. Yes, new here. It's about, yeah. Well, welcome, Dawn. I'm so happy to have you. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. Very, very excited to have you. Yes. Vanessa says, hey, Mia, I'm glad you're feeling better. Take day by day and everything will be okay. Absolutely. Mia says, hey, Dawn. Dawn said, amen. I agree 100%. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Half Moon said, I got my 69 Dodge truck back from the shop Saturday. It's running better. It doesn't leak on my driveway anymore. Okay. Yes, and go for a Sunday drive or a Saturday drive, honey, and just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Love, do the things like we said earlier, do the things that make you happy, so that when your kingdom spouse comes, you got a bonus. You got a bonus. Who doesn't want a bonus? Who doesn't want an extra? Who doesn't want a when you at work, if they give you a bonus and they tell you, we see you've been doing well, and we want to reward you, we want to thank you for this, and they give you a bonus. Who says keep your bonus, I don't want it? No one says that. No, it was given to you because they're rewarding you, and that's what the kingdom spouse is. God is rewarding you because he sees that you're doing the work. But if you don't do the work and you don't make adjustments and you don't make changes, you will sabotage that relationship and every relationship. So yeah, and then another thing I wanted to say, oh, excuse me. Another thing I wanted to say is, when your kingdom spouse does come, you don't want to push them away. You don't want to turn them off, right? And you want to be respectful. You want to, everything that you did with the wrong person, you want to do it with this person multiplied. And they're pouring into you in a healthy, happy way. And you're pouring into them in a happy, healthy way. And maybe what you lack, they have. And what they have, you lack. And it just gels and it works. And God's blessing is all over it. And you will know. No one will have to tell you that. You will know. You will know. It will feel different. It will feel different. You will know. There will be no question. If you're questioning it, then no. And if you're questioning it and because of everything that you've been through in the past, go to God and be specific and say, God, is this my kingdom spouse that you have for me? Make it crystal clear. Make it very evident to me. And if it's not, tell them, if it's not, remove this person. And use the name, remove this person. You just got to be ready. And if that person is not, and God removes them, guess what God's doing? God is weeding out for the right one to come. That's how we have to look at it. That's how we have to look at it, okay? Dawn says, hello, everyone. Mia says, wow, Half Moon, 1969, that's a good year. Good, you fixed it. Yes, 1969. I hear that. That is so awesome. Jonna says, thank you because I've been so confused. Yeah, so if you're dealing with a narcissist, they will leave you completely confused. They'll leave you drained. They'll leave you frustrated, all of the above, all of those negative feelings. But Jana, I want you to fast and I want you to pray. And in that time, be still. Be still. Be still and trust God. Okay? Be still and trust God. Because no one deserves to live in a confused, unhappy state. No one. No one. I never in a million years thought that I would be here so happy and so content by myself, loving God. But this is where I'm to be at this particular moment. Yeah. Mia says, half moon, older vehicles are also the best. They last forever. Hello. Hello. Yes, indeed. Not only vehicles, honey. Yes. Vanessa says, I have had a friendship with a guy for the past 3 years. He has been there for me when I was going through so much. He wanted me to be his girlfriend, but I'm not interested because I have a partner. Yeah. You know, if you're happy with your partner, sometimes, you know, the devil will come in to make waves, you know. So, but, you know what I'm going to tell you, Vanessa, fast and pray. Fast and pray. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Amber. Welcome in. Amber says, I wish I knew this 5 years. Yes, sis. Yeah. 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 But guess what? When you know, you can't unknow. You can't unknow once you know. So yeah. Yep. And that's okay. That's okay. I feel the same exact way. I feel exactly the same way. So yeah. Half Moon says, thanks, Mia. Amber says, I was chasing good men away. I was chasing good men away from me because I was unhealed. Thank God I'm healed today. Yeah, exactly what I was saying earlier. Yeah, yeah. My daughter's telling me to come, guys. I'm going to try to hurry up and read these next few notes here. So let's see. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, says my loving mother who was passed in 2021 was 92, would say, if you don't love yourself, nobody else will. Yeah. Yeah. I'm working on me at the gym 5 days a week, my garden, and eating vegan healthy meals. Yep. Yep, exactly, exactly. Thank you, thank you. Says I'm 66. I just want to heal. I'm excited for my new beginning. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And we talked about last week, if a kingdom spouse is what you're desiring, you work on yourself. You work and trust God, and you put your wedding band, not your engagement ring, ladies, if it's a woman, but man and woman, you put your wedding band on mentally. You put it on, and then every so often you turn it, and God will open that door because God knows that you're ready and that's what you want. So yeah, and listen, it's never too late. We put stipulations on when things should and shouldn't happen, but it's never too late. But I'm gonna have to go. Vanessa says the friend has become bitter, and every time I speak to him, I find myself getting upset and anxious. There you go. That's your answer. There you go. That's your answer. So, Vanessa, cut them off. Cut them off. That's what we're doing in 2023. We are cutting these toxic, negative people out of our lives. Cut them off and don't think twice about it. Mia says, you're welcome, Half Moon. Amber says, I'm so used to my peace now. Yes, I'm so used to my peace now. I'm not interested in dating. I'm not interested in the responsibility of of a man. I understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen, if that's where you are in your journey right at this moment, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Yep, Amber says being with a man is a big responsibility, so I feel better not having one for the moment. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Mia says, please, Mia, I love you. Mia says, please, please, everyone, please press the like button, please, and thank you. Mia, mwah, I love you. Amber says, my folks envy many folks envy our growth. Yep, that we are healed. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is so true. Vanessa says, growing up with my parents was so dysfunctional. Now I'm an adult. I have to learn how to be in a healthy relationship with my partner day by day, day by day. And you know what we'll do tomorrow? We'll come back tomorrow. We'll do a continuation because I do have to go get my daughter. And I'll give you little tips. I'll give you little tips on how to have a healthy relationship and what that looks like and how you just doing little things. It will work. I'm promising you it will work. Jonas says, okay. Yes, 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 yes. Jana. I keep saying Jonah. It's Jana. Jana, excuse me. Thank you said, LOL, when the narcissist was love bombing me, I realized he was mirroring me. That's what they do. And I fell in love with me. I'm a good woman. I say that all the time. They do fall in love with who they pretend to be us, and then we fall in love with ourselves essentially. So yeah, but guys, I'm gonna wrap up. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to come back later and read everyone's comments, and I always watch the playback, but tomorrow we'll do a continuation and we'll just do tips for a healthy relationship after a narcissist. Will just continue and just doing like little tidbits that, like Vanessa says, just figuring it out. So yeah, I love you. I love you. I love you guys. If you want to connect for a one-on-one coaching session, I'm going to put all the information in the under this one once after I get my daughter. And I love you. I hope you have an amazing day. And I'll talk to you soon. And we'll be back tomorrow to continue this because I love this conversation. We are moving forward, guys. We're moving forward. We're loving each other. We're just pressing forward in a positive, happy, healthy way. Yeah. Okay. So I love you guys. I'm sorry, but I do have to get my daughter. I love you. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow. Bye.